Good evening, everybody, for round 4 of AM2 Contest Speed here at Japan. I am Cam Tizzle with my host, our co-host, DK Nortec.
Yeah.
We have a very special evening for us in store. We have a little bit of a shakeup in tire strategy tonight. We are going to have a mandatory all tires must be used type of race. So, softs, mediums, hards, all those will have to be used. There's no specification for how long you have to run each tire. You just have to run all of them. You can still pit under safety car for a new set of tires and get counted for those. So that will be perfectly legal in this. So it'd be kind of interesting to see actually as well how many people save sets during qualifying. Um, yeah, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how people decide to use tire allocation here tonight. DK, do you have any thoughts on what might be an optimal strategy here this evening?
My optimal strategy would honestly, it sounds kind of cheesy, but I would just start on the softs, pit within like the first 3 laps, and then just do the normal medium hard strategy like every other track is. That would be my go-to. I think the only thing that would shake that up would be safety cars. But I wouldn't be surprised if you see a lot of people starting on the hards, going on medium, and then ending the race on softs just to be on the faster tire.
Right.
Um, but for me, I would just personally try to make this race as normal as possible.
Right, in a way, like depending on what the tire is like during qualifying, it almost might be a good idea to what's it called? Start on the hards, like especially if at the front of the grid. I would start on the hards at the front and maybe run those for like 5, 6-ish laps or whatever, and then make it like the rest of the race like a medium soft type race. That's kind of what I'd be looking to do, just to make the time on the hards as little as possible and try to maximize the rest of the tires. Just hard, medium, soft. That's what I'd be aiming for. The
Yep,
safety cars, yeah, definitely
I can get
can
behind that.
mess things up.
Yep, I can get behind that strategy a little bit. I just know Japan's also a pretty high tire wear track, so I would just want to personally have the hard tire at the end still. But I guess we'll see. It's this is why we call it wild card race. It's going to be wild.
Absolutely. And I'll let you guys watch Fragley come across the line for his first lap, setting a 29.8. Oh, and we got Decepticon on the line with a 29.2, but I also want to go over championship standings. So, the newcomer in the contest of Speed Drag King, he didn't show up for the first race. He joined round 2, if I'm not mistaken. He is now the
Yep.
championship leader after last week. He has 51 points. Bandu has been dethroned. He is trailing by 8 points. He has 44 points. Sarazzle and Fragley have not moved. They're P3 and P4 in the Drivers' Championship, and Hysteria has moved up 5 spots, moved himself up to P5. So, IO with a good result last week has found him up 4 positions into P7 in the championship. So, Drag King definitely has been asserting himself as the guy for AM2 over the past couple of weeks. Be
Yep. Back to
interesting to
back
see if
wins.
anyone, yeah, back-to-back wins especially, and it'd be interesting to see if anyone's able to take it to him here tonight. This would be a good race to do it with the weird little strategy we got going on.
Yep. I just want to throw out real quick. B Boogie up there, P1 had a very strong showing last week at Saudi Arabia. A guy that didn't really start out the season the best, but was super quick last week. Now he's up there in P1, provisional P1 so far. Also wanted to throw out two penalty update from last week. So Razzle, his P3 finish was taken away after a DQ from the stewards for the ghosting situation we had.
Yeah, so it's just definitely unfortunate with that. I mean, it doesn't really seem there's probably much he could have done, but Sweens almost eats it out of I forget. I wish I knew what the corner was, but right before you go underneath the bridge, man had a crazy little snap of oversteer. Had a pretty nice little save, I must say. That was a nice catch for him. But oh, oh my gosh, are you
What I
watching
missed?
this? Dude, Swings just slammed it into the wall. Right before Spoon, man, just like I
Uh,
don't know if it's like wheel or something just like dropped on him, but wow.
I did
That was
not
crazy.
catch that, but I wish I would have. I was about to point out as well to last little penalty update before we fully focus on qualifying.
Yeah.
Ben Dutz, time penalty for speeding in the pit lane in Austria was also removed. So that was 2 weeks ago after some convoluting, I guess. I don't know what word to use with the stewards and the league officials. That penalty was also removed. So I
Some
forget. I don't know
deliberation.
what. Yeah, I don't know what place that promotes him back to from Austria, but I think he finished third, fourth on track, and then got dropped almost out of the points. But
Right.
yeah, but yeah,
Uh,
updates. Enough updates. Qualifying with 10 minutes 40 seconds to go.
as things stand right now, we have a Haas 1-2. Didn't have that on my AM2 Japan Grand Prix bingo list. I didn't have that on the list at all.
And nope, Haas team looking strong so far tonight. Definitely keep an eye out for Drag King though, and the normal front runners.
I expect times to get faster from everybody, but slow flat top, must say, P5 right now. Whitjay, P6. Things are always going to be subject to change. We still got 10 minutes left, but as it stands now, not a bad little run for them so far.
Not too bad. We'll be interested to see how. Oh, I guess this is one more update that I just forgot about. Rob's boy, full time in the McLaren now, replacing Heavy Chalice. He's there now too. So see how he
Yeah,
does in a full time seat now.
right. It's unfortunate we lost Heavy Chalice, but as it is, can't be helped at this point. Rob's boy will do the job. Curious to see how he does here tonight. Pretty sure he races here as a reserve. I mean, he at least had in the past a bunch, so definitely
He has done
familiar.
some reserve races this year. Yep.
But I'm trying to find someone on a lap right now. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm gonna follow along with Whitjay for a moment, see if he's not on a lap. No, he's
No.
trying to slow. Drag King
ASAP
might
just
be
started
there.
one. Oh yeah, Drag King is on one. Yes.
Yeah, keep an eye on ASAP for me for his sector splits. I'm gonna keep on with Drag King for now. Inception, I think, just started one as well. No, he didn't. Never mind.
ASAP. Ooh, ran a little wide right there, but ASAP was 3/10 up on his best time.
Interesting. Put him up at least close to P8, P7 range. Drag King coming up to Spoon Corner. Doesn't quite hit the apex on entry. Hits it really nice on exit. Has a really good run out of there. He's gonna come up to the second sector split. Pretty much even. 0.06 of a second down. See if he has any time to gain here in the final corner.
Bro, ASAP right behind him is 5/10 up now. This might be a good lap for ASAP.
And ASAP does
ASAP
get a
goes
nice little lap.
P3. Yep.
Drag King only gained about, I think, 0.09 of a second, so not a big improvement from him. Srazzle, he might be on the lap.
Yes.
So he's got
Still waiting on
his
that
teammate ahead of him.
Ferrari 1-2. My preseason prediction is not coming to fruition yet.
I'm sure it will at some point, though. Srazzle's up 0.4 as we speak, though. That'll put him actually ahead of, I think, might just barely put him ahead of ASAP Laggy, or at least really close. Fragley has gotten disconnected, if you could help alleviate that.
Was it Fragley or
Fragley.
FTG? I know he did those. Yeah, invite sent.
Strazzle has lost 4 tenths. He's only got a little less than a tenth of a second in gains now. But that should still get him a little bit ahead of Drag King for now.
No, he's
into
gonna
the
abandon
pits.
it.
Yeah, he's gonna abandon that lap. It's a shame. But we're gonna move on to Hysteria here. I don't think we really covered him too much here tonight, so we'll take a peek at this, see what he's got coming up to the second sector split.
He's down 7 tenths on his lap. Quick,
Oh,
but
yeah.
now it's 1.9 seconds. Yeah.
What about IO? IO. I think
he's
he
on
just got done with the lap.
Yep.
Yeah, I think everyone else is just kind of chilling at the moment. Rob's boy might be on a lap though. He's up about 4 tenths from what I just saw. This Rob's boy comes across the line. Didn't really keep it too tight, but he's up 9 tenths. So gonna put him P13, just behind Fragley. Hopefully Fragley's able to get back up in here and get a more representative time as Beige Rage ends up eating it out of the corner right underneath the bridge. Ends up ripping off his front wing. Fragley is joined back. But yeah, Beige Rage did not get a good exit off there. I think that exit curb must have eaten him up a little bit.
I unfortunately didn't get to see it. I was inviting people.
That's all good.
Part of being co-coms, man.
You just had to be there for that moment. In that moment, it's all good. But kind of like when I forget who it was that Sweens. I remember, yeah, Sweens. Like I said earlier on, he had a crazy little shunt into one of the barriers. I don't know. I'd be curious to know how it happened later on, maybe afterwards. But in the chat, but is what it is. We're gonna move on to Red Arrow though. He is about to start a lap from the looks of it. Yep, he's warming up. He was doing a little bit of tire warming, so I'll follow along with him for the first sector. I don't really think too many people are out at the moment.
No, I think a lot of guys are saving a set of sauce for this race.
Yeah, Soul Flat Top might be starting a lap at the moment, so I'm actually gonna look at him real quick. What corners do you think would be like the biggest place to gain or lose some time?
Red Arrow just spun out. For me, it's always I feel like the Degners. Is that what they call them?
Is the corners
Degners.
That Red Arrow's at right now?
Yep, these two right here. I feel like it's very
Degner 1,
easy
Degner
to
2.
clip the curb. Yep, I feel like it's very easy to clip those curbs very wrong and run wide.
Absolutely, you definitely can gain or lose a lot of time there. You gotta be perfect there if you really want to optimize your lap to the fullest.
Yep, Spoon is another one. I'd say those three are the ones where you really can make a lot of time up or lose a lot of time. The S's, if you stay off the curbs, they're kind of self-explanatory.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, you would almost think that the S section would be like the section where people like gain and lose most time, but yeah, they're pretty simple enough. I mean, I don't know about guys on controller, but at least on a wheel, it feels pretty like straightforward cake.
Mm-hmm.
This Razzle's about to come across sector 2 split, and he's up 3 points. 3 tenths.
B Boogie just started a lap. Top 4 out on track now on laps, or almost.
And Fragley's, I believe he just started a lap. Razzle does not keep it tight up to the line. Probably could have gained a little bit of time if he had maybe found himself in P2 had he kept it a little bit tighter, but is what it is. He's got himself a pretty solid lap of 28.974. Gonna find himself in P3. You said B Boogie started a lap?
Yep, B Boogie is on a lap headed through underneath the bridge right now, about to head to the hairpin.
He's got a lot of traffic ahead of him. He's got 2 McLarens just kind of point
One
along.
gets out of the way. Both gets out of the way. Good for them. They can stay out the man's way.
We'll see if B Boogie is about to set an even greater precedent for the rest of the drivers to follow.
And good lap, real good lap, like 2/10 up from B Boogie. Definitely catching some form last 2 races right now.
Only up a tenth, but
Yep. Oh, Drag Kings got held up by a Williams. Oh, and he's going to run in the back of him. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. He got held up and just ran into the back of Williams. I don't know which Williams that was.
B Boogie keeps it real tight to the line. Ends up improving.
Yep, and he goes even faster. Yep.
Fragley about to come across the line and set a bit more representative time. He's going to put it on pole with a 28.3. That's a heck of a gap now between him and B Boogie. And I think that's going to be pole unless someone is able to give us a little bit of surprise. I think ASAP Wagi actually might have I think he's on a down lap right now. He just set a time and on his last prior lap. It's hard to say who's on a lap and who isn't right now. I think Inception might be trying to get around to start one more lap. I can't tell if he's actually on one right now.
He doesn't. He's on one right now. Doesn't have the ERS to attempt another one.
He's not going to improve, just barely.
Yeah.
Drag King,
Drag King's got wing damage from where he ran into the back of him. But I think Soraz will be the next one to watch as he's in the hairpin right now.
Yeah, I was going to say Drag King, he's going to be on the back foot, it looks like, starting in P6.
Yep. Soraz was a tenth up at the sector 1 split.
And something I must say, the midfield is really close right now. I'm actually going to pan over to Bandut real quick. I think Bandut's actually about to come across the line. He's half a tenth up after his second sector split. Or half a second. Excuse me. And then he's going to come across the line and put it in P5 with a 29.1. Razzle down a tenth.
Yep. I think that's going to be qualifying over.
And it wouldn't have helped him very much anyways.
2 tenths down, yeah. I believe that's going to be it.
Oh, Whitjay eats it.
Oh, no, Whitjay.
He got sparks shooting off his car.
And that will be qualifying.
I say the midfield's pretty tight right now. I mean, from P3 on down to like P9, P10, yeah, pretty close little grid we got right there. But Fragley is going to reign supreme here. But Haas 2-3.
That is impressive showing for the Haas boys. Coming up strong the past couple weeks so far, so real good showing.
Is there who would you say was your biggest surprise in qualifying?
I would say my biggest surprise, B Boogie showing the pace from last week. Didn't go away up there in P2.
I'd say I can't disagree with that, but I'd say just seeing both of the Haas's up there in P2, P3, yeah, that's a real good showing for them, and good to see that maybe this championship fight might be joined in by a few more drivers by the time this season comes to an end, as long as this pace holds up. But it's a good sign.
Yep, real good sign. Definitely some race is going to be real interesting with the strategy this week. And then we also got 2 more of these special event races throughout the season?
Yeah, we have a full wet spa, and then we have, I forget what the other track is off the top of my head.
I think it's Monza, and it's just a mandatory 2-stop. Doesn't matter about tires.
Right.
Yep. But while we wait.
Classic. We'll have to bring it back. We're bringing this back full time now.
Yep. Well, I got to restart it.
Oh. Say, Pablo, if you got more insider information than me, that'd be impressive. But I haven't heard anything about a wheel spin for the weather.
So originally, I think it was a wheel spin for the spot race.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
It better be a full wet, though. I really want it to be full wet. What I really wanted was, not, Red Devil says not full wet. Is it not full wet? Or is it just going to be just like intermediate tires? Yeah. If it's Red Devil, maybe you can clarify where mixed conditions. Copy, copy, copy. But I still really wanted to see full wet Saudi Arabia. That would have been amazing. Oh, just guaranteed
Full
rain.
wet snow.
That's what it's going to be. Okay.
Or Bahrain. Bahrain, I think would be interesting too. A track where it never rains. Any one of them, I would have been satisfied with.
Right.
I think we've had enough wet weather this season. I'm burnt out on it. So at least this race is going to be dry.
I like the challenge of the wet though. It definitely spices things up. It kind of breaks the status quo.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of allows you to see what other drivers might have like pace that they just don't get to show off as often. Get those Max Verstappens out on the grid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that really helped going back to round one a little bit though. I think Red Arrow was strong in the wet in Australia, but lately has been a little struggling just a little bit. I think he's one of those drivers though that would love a wet race.
Right. And I mean, Bandu winning that race, I'm sure. I don't know what his opinions are on it, but I imagine after winning a wet race that you'd be kind of happy to go back to another wet race.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right, here we go.
If we got 5 wet reds. And we are underway with the Japanese Grand Prix. Looks like Fragley gets a good start. Oh, we got a spin in the background. C9
there's a
Wolf.
Mercedes around. Yep.
Oh man, and then we got Serrazzle in the back, ran a little wide out of turn one. I think he lost quite a few spots, kind of going onto the runoff. But other than that, I mean, an okay start. Other than the casualty of the Mercedes, but Inception and Boogie have traded spots. I think everyone else has pretty much stayed roughly where they were for the most part.
Yeah, yep. Everybody's been roughly. Interesting tire choices. Top 4 on softs, 3 mediums, 2 softs. Most people electing to start on the softs though.
Yeah, I'm surprised we don't see more at the top, starting off like say like mediums or hards or something like that. But hey, maybe there's a method to their madness that. I mean, I get it, definitely. Run a couple laps on there and then get out of traffic, but. I think you really what you really wanted to do is like run like what's technically a slower tire and try to hold up some people, especially if you're at the front, because they're going to try to get out of the max out of those soft tires, and if you're just like on a slower tire, they're not going to be utilizing it to its fullest. But so far so good from everybody.
Yep, no takers on lap 1. Everybody's sticking with what they got.
So everyone, for the most part, pretty much single file. I don't really see too many overtake opportunities in the back of the field.
No, really, only one big overtaking positioning place is turn 1.
McRib has actually went off on the exit of turn 1, turn 2, and has gone into the grass, lost about 3 or 4 spots. Thankfully, he has found himself safely back on the track. But everyone, at least in the top 10, is about like half second apart from the person in front, so let's wait to see if anyone's ready to make some moves here soon, maybe burn some ERS and make something happen.
Yep, looks like the Haas's are setting those very well. Inception's burning some. I just noticed Inception did get past his teammate. So once Beige Rage is retired, and
He's
that's
retired.
a safety car.
That's
yep,
perfect
that's
for the guys on soft tires.
Yep.
If you're the guys on mediums, I honestly probably would still pit for hard tires, and make your race a hard, soft race at this point. You might as well get one of your pit stops out of the way. If you're C9 Wolf, you're kind of in a crappy spot. But actually, you know what? C9 Wolf, in a way,
he was on the hards.
He is on the hards, but he actually, if he stays out, he might be able to get some crazy track position.
Yep.
In track position, I think might be more, in this instance, could potentially be more valuable than a pit stop.
Yes, I would agree, especially when you know you got to make two for sure. Everybody is coming into the pits this lap. Oh, Red Arrow stays out. Sween stays out.
Let's see if C9 Wolf stays
out. FTG staying out.
C9 is. He is going to stay out.
C9 is staying out. So, interesting strategy from what is now going to be the top four.
Yeah, so we got an interesting little, front part of the grid now.
Yeah, it's going to be the two Williams both starting on the softs and then Red Arrow on the mediums.
Yeah, looks like. Good.
I almost want to agree with you, Cam. I feel like everybody should have just pit right there. But track position could be key here because it is hard to overtake.
Yes, yeah, for sure. I mean, if you're at the back of the grid, I mean, I still kind of question the guys that are on the softs staying out. But if you're on like mediums like Red Arrow, I mean, I can see that. I could see that staying out. C9 Wolf definitely. C9 Wolf played the best hand that he had with the tires he started on at least. And then a good thing to note that Good Salt just pointed out is that B Boogie just got held up by a double stack and has actually seen himself drop a lot of positions because of that. So double stacks, that's a good point that at least in this like early phase of the race, if we keep having safety cars, that double stacks could definitely influence the outcome of the race. It definitely influenced part of the race last week for AM1 and Saudi Arabia. So could be an interesting dynamic added onto these pit stops.
I agree. Let's see here. Who needs to use what now? So Fragley needs to use the mediums, Inception hard, ASAP mediums. Drag King just needs to use the softs, Bandute softs, Hysteria softs, Soul Flat Top hard. And then we got another B Boogie needs to use the hard. Then we got mediums, softs.
As far as the guys that have pit now, I think the hard runners might have an advantage here. They might. I mean.
Oh, C9 Wolf is pit.
Oh no! It just gave away his track position. I mean, you get newer tires, but it's not really that much newer. I would have stayed out. I mean, you kind of committed at that point. I mean, I guess you are. I mean, he was already at the back, I guess, but I don't know. That's a tough one. ASAP Waki might not have a right end plate. He doesn't.
I was wondering if that was a stage rage. I don't know if they were close to each other or not. Yep.
So I'm looking through all the other cars now, see if we notice anything.
Yeah, I just noticed Whitjay pit as well. So Whitjay he's used all three compounds already. He is soft hard medium. So Whitjay is pit again, and he is good for the race. For the rest of it.
It would have been crazy to see if someone started on softs, pit for mediums, and then went around and pit for hards, and then ran those to the end.
I think Whitjay is on something here because he's on the medium, so now he's kind of on that normal. I would say he's going to come in and use those hards again. So I would say he's on a good strategy right here, kind of the normal strategy.
I mean, in a way, I guess, but I mean, he is going to have to pit again. So is all these other people.
Yeah.
So it's not really all that different because those mediums definitely aren't going to last. If it was the hards, you could maybe make an argument, I guess, for him, having some crazy little outcome potentially on his hands. But everyone else is going to pit in front of him.
I'm going to be watching him because he's still got a pit, but so does everybody else in front of him too. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. Safety car is in this lap.
Well, we're about to see how the top three that stayed out for As we come up here, Red Devil's going to lead us off with we also have a Williams 2-3. That's an interesting little thing to point out. Can't say I've seen that.
Oh, there's a bit of contact back in the back. Red Devil's taking this as long as he can. He's off.
So yeah, Red Devil gets doesn't really get the greatest launch ahead of Sweens ever, but they got themselves a pretty good little gap from the rest of the grid. Fragley is really close to the back of FTG right now. It'd be interesting to see if Fragley's actually able to get past the soft tires, or how soon he does it.
Oh, FTG is like really spoiling. Oh, FTG's really struggling. Fragley's going to send it. Oh, they're going to make
a little bit of contact.
Like, a little bit of contact gets around him though, but that was sketchy.
Yeah, so he
was sketchy.
Almost pushed like Fragley into the wall. FTG almost got hooked on his car. Like, so many things could have happened right there as the Cash App Red Bull of Drag King ends up sending a move down the inside of ASAP Log. He doesn't get the move done. It was a bit of a lunge from Drag King, though, I must say. That would have been very impressive. That stuck as ASAP Loggy runs a little wide at Spoon.
Off to a little breakaway right now. They've broken DRS.
Yeah, so Fragley will not have DRS on Sweens set coming up.
But 6 on back they are all packed up. As Drag King's going to send it on the inside of ASAP. Gets the move done.
And on to the next one. But they are 2 seconds back from the cars ahead, so Drag King is going to have to work to get back up there. Especially not to get past us. We have almost 3 wide in the back of the field. So we got McRib, Whitjay, C9 Wolf, and Hypnotic. They were, man, 4 wide.
I don't think 4 wide works.
Yeah. But going back up to the front now, Inception's within 0.2 of FTG at the moment. So everyone kind of seems settled in for the most part, at least near the front at the moment. Red Arrow has a very comfortable lead right now. The soft tires might already be falling off on for Sweens, and as Hypnotic looks like there's a little bit of incident in the back there. He has fallen out of the back end of the pack.
I've noticed tire wear on this track is extreme, so I would say those soft tires are struggling already.
Yeah, so Fragley's coming up to the back of Sweens now as we speak on those hard tires.
If I'm Sweens, I'm pitting, because he hasn't pit yet. So yeah. He needs to do something. Fragley's going to go up the inside into turn 1. Fairly simple, self-explanatory move.
Yeah, if you're the guys on the mediums that just pit, you can at least kind of hope for a safety car to come in soon, and be at an advantage. But yeah, those guys that stayed on the softs, though, they're definitely going to be on the back foot if there's no safety car anytime soon.
That's what we're hoping for. But it's also interesting to think that Williams both didn't pit, and they're still right beside each other on track too, on the soft.
Go back into the field. B-Boogie's going to make a move around the outside of Hysteria. Hysteria's going to kind of give him a little bit of leeway here, but B-Boogie kind of overcooks it into the corner, and Hysteria has regained his spots.
Oh, is B-Boogie going to send it in the grass a little bit?
And
he's going to get passed
top.
by Soul. Yeah.
Soul flat top had some crazy speed right there as the Williams seem to be changing positions. Oh, almost 3 wide going into the 130R. Is anyone going to give way?
Swings both the Williams racing each other. No team orders at Williams right now. One of them's got to pit right here. One of them has to. and it's gonna be FTG. No, Sweens.
Let's go Sweens, yeah.
Yep. Let's see what tires he does.
Section's going to be coming up the inside of FTG into turn 1. It looks like they're going to get the move down. Gets a little bit of a push from FTG on exit. Middle part of the field, though, Hysteria on down for about 4 or 5 positions down to Sarazzle. All fighting pretty tooth and nail at the moment. They're real close together. You can definitely expect this scrap and to develop into something real nice here in a moment. Bandu and Drag King, though, they're coming up to the back of FTG. They just need to get by him, and then they have some clean air.
Oh, contact between Drag King and FTG. Oh, more contact.
Oh!
Bandu comes through. FTG almost in the wall.
I didn't quite see what caused all that, but kind of caught
it was
the tail end of it.
FTG running wide through Spoon and kind of just coming across the track and right in front of Drag King. Little contact.
Fragley, though, he might be able to make a move on Red Devil for the Red Arrow for the lead. Fragley's gonna get that move done into turn 1. Got some overtake. Oh, we got a lot of overtakes going on in the back.
On Fragley, I'm building this gap as much as possible. He's got a 3-second gap to Inception, which is really his closest competitor right now. As far as strategy.
Bogey's made himself back up to P8, though. Looks like the pack that Hysteria has been leading has caught up to the back of ASAP Loggy and has added another driver into the mix. Looks like Rob's Boy in the back having a little bit of a spin on the exit of the S's. Might have caught some gravel on the outside. E-Bogey, though, real close to the back of Hysteria. He might even going to go up the inside on the entrance of Spoon. Looks like he's going to get that position. Sarazzle got checked up a little bit, but he might have a run. The car of Sulfat Top appears to be ghosted. I don't know if he's driving the car, but
he disconnected.
Yeah, let's see if we can help him out in that regard.
Already done.
Awesome. Fragley sets a fast lap of 1:31.9.
Fragley's pulled away. You notice B Boogie coming up. He's gonna make a move on ASAP right here for that's P6. So he's coming back through the field fairly nicely, but with Jay back there too on that strategy that I mentioned on the safety car has he's worked his way up to P11.
Drag King has ended up overtaking Bandut on that last straight right there. Sarazzle's also gotten by Hysteria. At this point in the race, so you got to wonder when are some of the guys that went from soft to hard. When can we expect them to pit for their mediums?
I would say about lap 15.
Oh, Red Arrow is just strung back. I didn't realize he was ever disconnected.
That's what I would want to do. Sorry, I'm trying to invite all these people back in.
Yeah, you're good. I feel like lap 17 could be a good time to pit for medium tires if you're on the hards.
17 or 15, anywhere in that range. I think is a good range for the mediums.
Right.
10 to 12 laps.
If you're on the mediums, though, I could probably expect some guys pitting here in the next 2-3 laps. be interesting to see who gets an undercut on who. As ASAP Woggy and Sarazzle having a little bit of a duel in the turn one. Sarazzle's going to get the better of it.
I don't know if the tires are going to be able to like wear enough to really get an undercut or an overcut kind of in play. I don't know.
Are you able to look at some of their telemetry and see if maybe see if they got some slower lap times from their personal bests?
Yes. Let me pull that up.
See, Bandit's still on the. Oh, and Red Devil's out, or Red Arrow. I don't want to keep calling him Red Devil. Red Arrow is out at Spoon. That's going to bring out a caution, but it doesn't look to be a safety car or even a virtual. I don't know if his he just like he might have just.
Is that the glitch where if he's AI, it just sends your retires your car?
Well, Inception had that deal though, where his AI was going around for a long time in Australia. So I mean, I don't know. But yeah, he is out of this race. So I don't know what happened, but I'm sure we'll find out later on in the Discord chat. But Hysteria is gonna get ahead of ASAP Woggy going into turn one. Bandit, though, really close to the back of Drag King, and they are catching Inception on those 9-lap-old medium tires. Ragley with a very dominant lead at the moment of 5.5 seconds over second place at the moment. Looks like they just they're going to be picking up some DRS now from Inception on this upcoming lap. Potentially. And it looks like Rob's boy has retired the car. Bandit, the lone McLaren out there now.
Rob's boy says he is too far back to continue. I mean, I wouldn't give up.
Alright, anything can happen.
Here's Inception. Inception's coming in to make his second pit stop.
Right, perfectly timed pit stop, honestly. Probably the best point he could have chose to do it before he starts getting into a battle with Drag King. But that's going to give Bandit a little bit of clear air for now. Maybe Bandit will be able to make a move on Drag King.
And both of them are on the same tires.
So the Bandit's real close to the back of Drag King. Looks like Bandit's got more pace at the moment. Potentially.
Bandit also has a lot more ERS as well, and he's going to have the DRS down the main straight.
That's true.
Good corner through there, through the hairpin for Bandit. He's staying there. He's got a little slipstream too.
Looks like McRib and C9 are going to trade some spots. Sarazzle, though, does have DRS to B Boogie. Could probably expect B Boogie to come in this lap, since his teammate just did. Bandit was thinking about a move, thought better of it. He's going to have DRS down this straight.
Yeah, he's gonna send it up the inside.
Gonna be a real easy move for him. B Boogie
is
just coming to pits.
That should be for mediums? Yep. No, hard. I was wrong.
Yeah, the graphic didn't quite update yet. Didn't quite update. I mean, all things considered, though, I mean, field spread isn't the worst, considering we're having all this, like, shenanigans with pit stops. I mean, yeah, it definitely could have been worse. We still got guys close together, so that's good to see.
Yep, we know the top 3 still needs top 4. I believe still need a 4th, 5.
And say in a normal race or whatever, it'd be kind of a little bit more straightforward on predicting, how people are going to finish. I mean, right now it looks like Fragley's going to be, as things stand. I mean, things always change, but it looks like he is very well on his way to be our winner. But the rest of the grid, I mean, all subject to change. Be curious to see when Winjay decides to get off these medium tires.
I would have probably done it now.
So Inception gets C9 Wolf. Now he's got himself some clear air to charge. And C9 Wolf.
Drag King Bandit swapping his distance again. Always that picks up a 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh, that was brutal.
Everything's getting a little spread out. The top 2 still close together, and then there's 3 cars back in the back a little bit, 10th, 11th, 12th, that are pretty close together too. I think that's our little battle packs.
C9 Wolf is our first driver to pick up a time penalty for track limits. He got himself 3 seconds now. This track could be really easy to pick up track limits too, like especially if you're just like really pushing it through Degner 1 and Degner 2. Those are going to be your hot spots to get in the final corner.
And Spoon as well. Is one that I run wide a little bit myself on. Alright, I'm curious to know when these P2, P3 guys are going to pit. I believe one of them needs to go pretty soon.
So it looks like everybody was running about 10, 11-ish laps on those medium tires, so here in the next lap or two, they will be coming in. One can assume, at least. But I think Inception, at the moment, is going to have an advantage over Bandu and Drag King as far as track position coming out.
Let me check the race director real quick. So Inception's good. Oh, Swains is retired. Is that on track? Yep, that's going to bring out a safety car. Yep, safety car.
Oh, no, that's horrible for the races of Inception and B-Boogie. They're just constantly getting screwed over by safety cars.
Yeah, 2 guys showing a lot of speed in qualifying is now they're going to be about mid-pack for this safety car restart.
But that is going to put, I think Bandu's going to be put in a bad spot now, because I think what Pablo was saying is that Bandu still needs to put on soft tires.
Let me check. You're correct. So Bandu needs to do this. Drag King needs to use the softs as well.
Yeah,
Fragley just needs to use the mediums.
Yeah, that is a tragic safety car to have for them. I didn't catch what corner Sweens lost at, did you?
I was looking at the race director whenever that happened to see who needed to use what.
Yes, I would have looked, but I was more just so focused on what type of tire strats we're going to see now. Oh, and Bandu glitches out of the pit lane. Bandu teleported outside of the pit lane. Wait.
I think that's just a game. He's good.
Oh, okay.
He's good.
Okay.
He's good.
Dude. That. You should have saw what I just saw.
I saw it a little bit, like, whenever I went to it, he was just sitting in the box. I'm like, Bandu, go.
On my end, dude, he literally teleported out and then teleported back in. It was driving backwards in the pit lane and then back forwards. And yeah, that was... Woof. had my heart racing for a moment for him.
Nice.
But it looks like we got 4 drivers who are going to be on the soft tires. A lot of them in the top 5. So they're definitely going to be on the back foot. But Serrazzo in a good spot though.
Serrazzo's in a good spot. The Drag King and Ben Dude, I don't see those tires lasting that well the rest of the race. They could make it last, but they're going to be screaming at the end of the race. Those tires.
Right. And it's saying if there's a safety car at the end, I don't think there's not going to be many people that have like fresh softs saved up. So it'd be interesting to see like if there's another safety car between now and then, where we get like 2 or 3 to go, who pits and who doesn't. But I think if you're Bandu, Drag King, Hysteria, I think you're begging for at least one more safety car. But I mean, if I'm them, I'm trying to stretch these softs out as much as I can because, I mean, it's doable.
I mean, you have to if you want to finish relatively good.
I think it's actually kind of doable in a way when you think about it, because yeah. So by the time we actually get racing, they might only have to do 8 laps of racing, 9 laps of racing on these tires, which I mean,
it's gonna be a stretch.
It's a stretch, yeah. But I mean,
it's a big stretch because you saw how much the Williams fell off on that first.
That is fair.
Yeah,
but I think the 5 laps of, I mean, it wasn't the worst after 5 laps. It was still hanging in there.
If you know how to conserve them, it's doable. It's just gonna be difficult.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're gonna like finish like they're still gonna keep their spots. They'll definitely probably lose some spots in like the last like 4 laps or whatever, but it might not be as bad as we're thinking. Like they might still finish in the like top 8, top 9 potentially. It's depending on how hard they fall out.
I just want to point out everybody is good on tires, so everybody has used them. Used what they needed to, except Hiptonic, but he has lagged out of his session and hasn't enjoyed yet. So he's down there at P16. So everybody's good.
Well, it's good to hear that everyone has played along with our little game here tonight. But I think IO and B Boogie though, I think they're gonna be, smelling blood though, right here off the start though. Like they might find themselves in a really good spot by the time it's all said and done.
I never realized how difficult it is to pay attention to the Discord chat, invite people, and commentate a race all at the same time.
I think we had a little bit of a kerfuffle at the back because I saw some position swaps happening. FTG ended up, I think, gaining a spot on 7th place? Yep. I wonder if that was a glitch or what, but I mean, more likely that's probably something that'll just get taken away by stewards afterwards, but I don't know what happened. That's just my presumptuous thinking. And Fragley's going to be coming here, leading us off. Looks like he's going on his way now. Like
I would say a move you could do if you're Bandu and Drag King is just maybe just pass Fragley with the tire advantage and then just hold him up.
Right, I say
like force him into a mistake.
We almost kind of want to break DRS at that point. McRib is off at right before turn 1. I don't know what happened to his car. I'll pan over to him real quick.
That was a Soul Flat Top.
Oh, Soul Flat Top. Oh, I see.
I believe it's the glitch of you lag out and then the game will not let you take control of your car for some reason and then force you to get your tire.
Dang. Oh, and Drag King is going to make a move down the inside of Bandu into the hairpin. And it looks like Bandu's going to keep position, but Drag King is not giving up. That's just going to be perfect for Sarazel, though. Sarazel, you want these dudes to keep fighting, keep burning that tread off their tires. They really just got to settle in and manage these as much as they can.
Yeah, it's going to be a stretch coming up to 8 laps to go. It's going to be hard.
I say Bandu, if you're Bandu, you're just kind of waiting for a DRS zone and then try to at least build a little bit of a gap if possible. Sarazel, though, starts the fastest lap at 31.2.
Yep, I'm sure Sarazel is going to be pushing these guys too, so they can't really save all that much. Like, I think that's why I said you got to get around Fragley as fast as possible, and maybe just back them up into a mistake, maybe.
Right, you almost gotta play some kind of mind games on your opponent at that point, because you're definitely at the tire disadvantage.
Right. Talking about along. Fragley's also not using any DRS really.
Drag King going for it again down the inside of the hairpin, and it looks like Drag King actually might get the drive out of here this time.
They're gonna be side
it's gonna be the same story again.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely not helping their race at all. That's for sure.
No, you gotta.
I get it. I mean, he wants to get by and wants to. Good.
I was just gonna say it's just gonna be difficult to do any type of tire saving whenever you're trying to race for the lead, race each other, and you also got 2 guys right behind you as well with tire advantages too.
Right.
Well, actually, no. I just noticed Hysteria is also on the soft. So.
Yeah. You got 3 drivers in the top 5 with soft tires. And they got a pretty long gap to back to B-Boogie. B-Boogie hasn't been able to keep with them pretty well as Drag King and Bandu get by Fragley from the looks of it so far.
Yeah, Fragley's going to fight back through the S's, but he's going to have to concede and fall back in line.
I'll say impressive from both Drag King and Bandu getting by Fragley.
Yep, here's where you got to kind of do what I said though, like just push. I mean, I just got to say push maybe as hard as you can. Really try to break a DRS and then go into tire saving mode.
Right. You'd be curious to see if Bandu's able to break like say Drag King and Fragley get in a bit of a scrap. Will that maybe allow Bandu to break DRS if he's not passed by Drag King before then?
It could, but I would imagine the Ferraris are talking to each other right now. They know the situation that's in front of them.
Right. And I say Fragley being actually, where is I forget where Fragley is in the standings compared to Sarazel. I think they're actually pretty neck and neck. So team orders might not really be in play at this point in the season for both of them.
I wouldn't say team orders between the two, but I would say like they know what's in front of them to where they could probably get around these guys easily, and then they can race each other.
Right.
Drag King is going to get a move on Bandu. Pretty simple. Fragley's going to follow him, looks like it. Oh, Bandu covers it off, but Fragley's still going to send it.
Oh, what a send.
Up the inside. Yeah, what a move. What a move by Fragley there.
Wish we had instant replay right there.
Yep, that would have been great. Bandu kind of covered it off a little bit. I didn't think Fragley was going to go for it, but he did.
So we still got 5 more laps. We still got 5 more laps after this for these softs to hold on. This is going to be pretty interesting. I do say so myself.
It is. I wish this is the point where I wish we could see tire wear.
Right. I think.
Dang PlayStation.
But I think it's already kind of like you can kind of already see the writing on the wall. Bandu isn't really sticking with Fragley too well. Fragley's all over the back of Drag King. I think you can pretty much just see the writing on the wall right there. Hysteria though, I mean, not doing too bad, but Definitely
I
not
mean,
as close as
they've
Razzle
already
should.
been on the softs as for 5 laps. This Fragley's going to look to the inside of 130R on Drag King. Is Drag King going to fight him back? He is.
You know he
He's
is.
going to
You
get
know
it.
he is.
Yeah, yeah. But who got the DRS right there? That's what's going to matter because they were side by side through there. Drag King actually gets the DRS.
Oh, dang. And Strazzle's going to be making a move on Bandu in the back.
Oh, Bandu's fighting it. They're side by side through turn 1 and 2.
Camera angle didn't really help me out too much right there, but kind of caught it.
Talking about tire saving though, Hysteria's on the same tires as Drag King and Bandu, and he's still there. So I think Bandu is the one that's definitely worn out those softs a whole lot more.
Right, and I think if Fragley and Strazzle get by Drag King, we're gonna have like essentially 2 separate races going on with the 2 medium runners and then the 3 soft runners.
Yep. Is this the race? Don't want to use the commentator's critique. You know what? Not gonna say it.
Does everybody have their wings still?
Looks like it.
Oh, Strazzle missing a right end plate.
Oh, Strazzle is missing it.
Yeah, someone pointed that out on chat. Something about forcing a driver off track. So I didn't really catch that too well, but yeah, I think that's gonna definitely hurt Strazzle as far as being able to contend with his teammate. Hopefully it doesn't feel too bad. Doesn't seem to be hurting him as much as it could.
I'm sure Fragley is going to get Drag King here. Drag King has no ERS to defend. Oh my goodness!
Oh,
a little bit of
weaving.
Yep. I thought that was about to end in calamity.
A little bit of shake and bake going on.
Yeah, Fragley's got the lead now, and I hate to say it, but I think Fragley's just got to keep this in between the lines, and he's golden.
Yeah, I think he's pretty set at the moment. This is kind of served up on a platter for him now. Now with Strazzle with that wing damage though, that kind of puts him more in the line with the soft runners potentially now, as far as potential pace goes. Because he has a tire advantage, but he has that little, knock to his wing.
I can agree. I kind of got to feel one thing about this wild card race. I kind of got a feel for Bandu and Jackson. That was just a poorly timed safety car.
Right.
For their strategies. That's kind of why I said though from the get-go, get the softs out of the way because they do not last.
Yeah, it's definitely coming back the bite. That's for sure. That's definitely the risk with that strategy. If things are all nice and peachy, then it's not too big of an issue. Yeah, I think things are just, the status quo has pretty much just been met now. I think we can maybe just expect this to just be our grid at this point, at least for now, unless something crazy happens. I'm going to hand back to the back for a second as Witche is actually getting really close to the back of FTG. I think he ended up gaining a position. I think I saw a little bit of moving in places. IO also really close to the back of B Boogie. IO on some 9.5-old mediums versus B Boogie's 11.5-old hards.
Not much going on. I still feel like there's a chance that Strazzle can get Drag King even with the wing damage.
For sure.
If the tires just continue to fall off.
He just needs his teammate to really just get on with it though and clear him like completely of a second.
About to be 9 laps on these tires for these guys on the softs. I mean, it's a lot, and I know they probably don't feel the best, but it's impressive, in my opinion, that they've got 9 laps. Like, that's
Yes.
almost a full medium stint.
And Hysteria gets a little bit of a wiggle out of turn two. His soft is either just caught some curb wrong, or those soft tires really just are bleeding now, bleeding red. But Bandu doing real good to
The
stay
red
on the back
tires
of
bleeding red.
Sarrazzle.
That was a nice little pun you threw in there.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yep. Red tires bleeding red.
It would have been even better if it was like a Ferrari, bleeding red in all types of ways. But yeah, as things sit now, those Razzles barely scraping on with the hanging on the DRS to Drag King ahead. They're actually both not going to get DRS from the looks of it as it stands.
Yep.
Drag King.
I did notice Drag King's last time out of the hairpin, he almost spun out. So.
Oh dang.
Yeah, I did notice that. Oh, Drag King did get DRS.
Yeah, he does a little bit of ERS coming out of 130R, but Bandu is going to have easy pickings for him on this straight. Start the final lap. And he's already got a half second on Sarrazzle. B-Boogie and IO in the back doing a little bit of squabbling, but B-Boogie's going to keep his position.
I gotta say, I'm impressed with these soft guys so far. Still like about a half a lap to go.
Hey, I knew it could hang in there. I knew they could. Trust me, I'm a tire whisperer.
I would have wrecked.
I was calling this. I said they might not be in that big of trouble. What do you know? They literally are 2, 3, and 5.
So far, Bandu's actually closed up the Drag King here on the final lap. It's going to be one more corner for that P2.
Right.
And that could be the championship lead, maybe as well too. Could be.
It's a difference of 8. Pragley or Drag King and whoever was second, I forget off the top of my head, had a difference of 8 points. And I think it's only a difference of 7 for 1 and 2, if I remember right. If my math is correct. But Fragley, I think if I remember correctly, for the first time this season, is going to be coming across the line. P1 gets a little nice dub for the Ferraris.
Oh, Sarrazzle gets Bandu. Oh, Sarrazzle almost got Bandu though. Did he have a penalty?
Yeah, Sarrazzle picked up a penalty right there. So Fragley P1, Drag King P2, Bandu P3, Hysteria P4. The soft runners 2, 3, 4. Sarrazzle P5 with a little bit of wing damage. It was unfortunate. That definitely was pivotal in his race. B Boogie had to go through a lot of adversity with bad luck with safety cars, but has managed to put it in P6. Ran 14 laps on those hard tires at the end. IO has a solid race for him right there. P7 Inception started, I think, P2, P3 on the grid, falling back to 8th. He also had pretty poor luck with safety cars. Witjay finds himself in P9 with that interesting tire strat he had going on with the first safety car. McRib rounding out the grid, running out the top 10. Then we got 7th Flame, Hypnotic, ASAP Loggy, FTG, C9 Wolf, and our non-finishers. We can go over in a minute. But I think that was a pretty good proof of concept though, to be able to to do some more of these types of races, in the future. Cause that definitely shaped things up a little bit, and I think in a good way. I think that was definitely a good little experiment. Saw some interesting strategy, interesting dynamics, and I definitely think I'd like to see it come back just after watching this alone.
I agree. I thought it was very interesting. A lot of strategies, like you said. I think this is going to be something that sticks around for maybe if we do a third season on a game cycle.
Right.
So I think it's definitely going to be something that's probably gonna happen again in the future.
Right. I don't think, yeah, it definitely won't become the norm, but definitely a fun thing we could definitely call upon. But
For sure.
yeah, let me scroll through the grid real quick before it goes away. Yep, I got you. I got you, Red Devil. But yeah, we went over some of the other finishers, but our non-finishers were Sulfat Top Sweens, Rabs Boy, Red Arrow, and Beige Rage. But yeah, do you have any comments on anything you might not have already
Uh,
said, DK?
good race. Congrats to Fragley getting that first win of the season. I've been calling a Ferrari win for a while. Still waiting on that one too. But yeah, good race. Definitely fun. Interesting strategy calls. I do feel for Drag King and Bandit a little bit, even though they still got on the podium. But yeah, definitely got caught out by a bad safety car. But definitely a good fun race to watch.
Right. Can you actually do me a favor and save your footage for the tires?
I mean, tires are good. I didn't record, unfortunately, but tires are
Well, can
good.
you save
Everybody's
your
good on
clip just
tires.
just for, just for like proof, like a
Yeah,
screenshot purposes?
I got you.
Yeah, I should have gone through that, but wasn't thinking about that. Not something we're usually used to doing. I'm gonna get the our guys in here though for the interviews. Get Fragley and Bandoots. Unfortunately, Drag King is not on PlayStation. I don't know what I did. I don't think I actually have Bandoot added, unless he's appearing offline. Yeah, I don't have him added on PlayStation.
Bandit, yeah, Bandit's EA. He's not. I think he's
Oh,
Xbox.
he's EA. Ah, my bad. My
Yeah,
bad. All right, well maybe we get Fragley in here.
Fragley's in.
Oh, he's in here. I missed that.
Yep.
Ah, there he is. All right. Well, it looks like we're just gonna have him here tonight. Fragley, yeah, it was definitely a dominant race from you. Yeah, things pretty much just went your way pretty much most of the race from as far as I could tell. What do you have to say about it? Well, they held out a lot longer than some other people in the chat, and DK had predicted I was the only one that had faith in the soft tires. So, but yeah, for sure. For them, it definitely they those drivers definitely will not say that safety cars helped them. That is for sure. But nonetheless, that's just the name of the game. But I think you were pretty much on track to win even without the safety cars. You know, assuming everything you kept it within the white line. So good win from you, good sir. And DK, do you have any comments?
Yep. Finally, that Ferrari win. How's that feel? I've been calling it all season. Ever?
Oh, really? Hmm.
Well, there you go.
I wish I made more of a thing about it, but I thought I was like, all right, yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Yeah, so yeah,
well,
absolutely,
congrats on the
definitely,
first win.
definitely a great race to win, especially with the their little call it a gimmick, so to speak. We had going on here with the using all the tire compounds. Do you have any further comments about the format?
lap 2 or 3
Mm.
kind of worked perfect for my strategy, anyways, because I was gonna just do 3 to 4 laps in the softs anyway. So it kind of worked out real well. But I really enjoyed the three stopper because I felt like it made a little bit of it just was different.
Right, definitely changed the status quo. Kind of, felt like almost like a new type of race.
I enjoyed it, and maybe we should do it more. This is what I'm gonna win. So
Yeah. Do you have any? Can you give any insight into how your teammate picked up damage? I know you guys are usually on comms, right?
yeah, I think I'm not quite sure how he picked up damage. I think there was a little bit of contact just in like a turn, like a racing incident that kind of caused
Ah, I
that.
gotcha.
And then his 3 second time penalty from the footage I've seen, it could be appealed. I think he might get that 3 seconds taken away
Interesting.
because of how he got that 3 seconds because of Bandu losing himself on track.
So he had to
So
avoid
we'll
another
see.
car.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
interesting.
see if that gets appealed, which would maybe put him back in the podium. But
Still not a Ferrari 1-2 though, unfortunately. But we'll get that. We'll get that one day.
Tisk,
we'll see.
tisk.
Went from fifth to 14th, back to fourth. So if he didn't get to 14th, I think we're gonna get Ferrari 1-2 here soon.
Right. Well, it's been a great race to watch for sure, and it's good to see that you came here on top tonight. It was good driving from you. If no one else has anything else to say, I might wrap it up here.
No, I'm good. Congrats, Fragley.
All right. Well, anyways, everybody. Tomorrow night we have AM1 at the same time, 9 p.m. Eastern, and I believe it's 9 p.m. GMT for the EU tiers. I think I forget which tier it is tomorrow, but one of the EU tiers is tomorrow. I wish I remember off the top of my head. But yeah, it's been AM2 here at Japan, and everyone have a great night.